afraid, but I don't break. I heard you question my stability. You think I'll fall just like a guillotine, but I am here to stay. Won't look away. The storm is coming, so you better start running. No, you can't control, feel it in my bones. I'm coming for the, coming for the. I'm coming for the throne. I'm coming for the throne. So you wanna be my enemy? You should've known I'd never kiss the rain. Ice runs in my veins, won't play it safe. I don't belong with your nobility. Who died and made you king of anything? You think that I'm insane? It's your mistake. Kingdoms rise and fall. I've come to take it all. I'll take it. I've come to take it. Kingdoms rise and fall. I've come to take it all. I'll take it all. The storm is coming, so you better start running. No, you can't control, feel it in my bones. I'm coming for the, coming for the. Coming for the throne. I'm coming for the throne.
What's going on, folks? Will Stewart here with another late night CHFC Ranch Show. It's been a long time. I mean, not super long, but it's been a while. So we have, we lost today. In an awkward sequence of events. And boy, are the rivals eating it up. They really are eating it up. I've never seen in the 12 years that I've supported the club, the rivals this on top of every single loss that we've had. And it's only been 2. And we're still in 3rd place. We're 1 point behind Arsenal, 1 point behind Manchester City. They still got to play tomorrow. And still 2 points ahead against Liverpool. And Brentford is no slouch, my friends. I mean, if you're going to draw 1-1 with Luton Town, drawing with Brentford or losing to Brentford isn't beyond possibility. I'm just going to say that right there. And look, before I bring in the guests, I want to have a chat. I want to have a chat with Spurs fans. Okay. So Spurs fans, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why, after a freak loss at Chelsea, that was filled with unspeakable things that one could never guess could happen in a single game, and a last-minute capitulation, if you will. I mean, the first goal was, for me, an amazing touch. It was an amazing goal. I mean, nobody thinks that that guy is going to, control it that way and score on the volley. I mean, it was an amazing bit of play. That guy was a player today. The last goal, the second goal, was loss of concentration, and shouldn't have happened. Could have been avoided very easily. And there are people that are at fault for that. Højbjerg, Lo Celso, Emerson Royale. And should have been avoided. I mean, there was 30 seconds left on the clock, and all Højbjerg has to do is clear the ball. He plays a hospital pass to Lo Celso. Lo Celso then kicks out, gets a foul, thinks he's fouled. They argue with the referee. Wolves take it fast, play the ball out wide, right? Emerson is caught off guard and he can't catch him, right? Son Heung-min had to run all the way back from the top to try to help out to prevent that cross and couldn't get there in time. But I do want to talk. I want to talk to Spurs fans about a couple of things. I've seen some clips today. I've had some WhatsApp group chats. I've been on a couple of things. What are you doing with the Son thing, right? 8 goals in 9 games playing striker. Go. Like, I hate to bring up stats, but when I'm surrounded by so much bullshit, that's right, I said it, bullshit. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I just don't know what to do with it. And I don't know, man. It's hard to fathom sometimes what people are talking about. So I'm going to do is I'm going to ask for examples. So if you're waiting in the back and you want to say that Son played badly, I'm going to expect examples from you. I'm not going to let you off the hook. I'm going to ask you why. Right? And I don't want to hear, Cookie, oh, well, he should have done more. What should he have done more? What didn't he do? Right? Oh, he gave the ball away. Did he give the ball away in any more than normal? Right. I'm gonna expect reasons. You don't get free passes on Will Stewart THFC Ranch. You don't get free passes to waffle over here. There's different shows you can go waffle on if you want to waffle. Here we talk it real. We're serious. We talk about the facts. And that's how it's gotta be. It's how it's gotta be. But other thoughts on the game. Sorry, Mr. Watch Long this morning. Mr. Will fell asleep and last night and watching a YouTube video, I do believe. My phone battery died and it didn't wake me up in time. And I wake up to my son coming down being like, Dad, we got to go to my game in 5 minutes. So I was a bit in a rush. That's what happens when you got early games, 7:30 games and all that good stuff. And yeah, I mean, it's why can't I get that video? I'm sorry, I'm trying to download a video here while I'm talking. It keeps disappearing. I don't get it. But on the game itself, we had some opportunities in the first half. Started the game off well again. And then I think we got really comfortable. A lot of the guys, we stopped playing, I think, our system of football, and we started getting trying to protect the 1-goal lead. I think psychologically there was a little bit of a blunder here, and I think it's something that Postecoglou needs to work with. Also, too, midfield wise, I don't think Papa Matasar works over there on the left in that Madison role. He's not that guy. Basuma finally got his 5th yellow card, which I think is a good thing. I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that ever since he came back from his suspension, he's been walking on eggshells, and he hasn't been himself because he's been afraid to get that 5th yellow card. But he's got it now, so he'll be gone for Aston Villa, which is fine. I mean, it's definitely a loss, but hopefully Bentancur's fit enough after the international break that he can come in, and we don't see a huge drop from that. Because to be honest with you, the last couple games, Basuma hasn't been the Basuma since before his initial yellow card or 2 yellow cards at Luton. So I think we'll be all right there. I don't think that'll be an issue. Defensively, I thought Ben Davies was really good. Now, granted, I'm not saying he should be there permanently. I'm just saying for filling in, he did a really good job. Eric Dyer's just too slow, man. He's too slow. Ben Davies had to cover him several times. He didn't play awful, but he didn't do a good job either. Emerson Royale was horrible, I thought, today. Good luckily for us, the Doji's back next week. But we got to do something in that midfield. We got to fill that Madison-shaped hole in our midfield. And for me, I think it's Kulusevski, right? Kulusevski. And I think he should be able to drop in there, play Poor out on the right, Johnson on the left, and Emerson in the right back role for now. But I'm not Postecoglou, and who knows what he's going to do. But you got to trust Postecoglou. You got to trust him. If you're trusting him for the first 10 to 11 weeks of him, why are we turning on him now? And I want to play something a little bit disheartening for me. Well, granted, the source of this isn't surprising, but I thought these guys were supposed to be happy clappers. So I'm going to put this on the screen. We'll turn the music down a little bit. But I don't understand what's going on with these guys. So this guy's over here. This is Chris Callan's channel, and I want you guys to listen to this BS real quick.
I didn't think Son had a great game. To be honest, I thought he was very quiet during the game, and he's the captain as well. I don't know. I'm not too sure he's captain quality.
Not captain quality after one game. Not captain quality after we lose to Wolves. Is that what? not captain quality. And it continues.
Yeah, but that's just my view, my opinion. The other
And your opinion stinks.
guys might disagree or agree, whatever. But
I disagree.
I just don't. I'm not too sure he's the captain quality really of the team we need at the moment. I think he was. I think he was given that armband because it was maybe just to make him feel better.
So he was given the armband to make himself feel better, right? Not because he's the most senior player on the team or the fact that he captains his nation. He was given the captain's armband to make himself feel good, for the feels, for the vibes.
With the manager coming in, I know you probably don't agree there, Chris. You're a bit surprised, but I have to be honest.
I agree with you, though. Yeah.
No,
and so this right here, I want to pause this, and I'm going to put this full screen just so you guys can see it for a second. This is the pass map for today. The pass map from the team. What do you notice there? From minute 1 to minute 68. According to @MarkRStats on Twitter, and you can pull these pass maps up from any particular site. What do you see there in the middle? How many passes do you see to that number 7 guy sitting right there? And for people that watch me on Judge Mo's show today, I said this, right? I said this. What do you expect a striker to do with that kind of service? Right? He's not a winger anymore. He's not a creative player. He's a striker. What do you guys see in the chat? All bean counters got it. What do you see in the chat? No service. No service whatsoever. And beyond that, though, in the second half, who was the guy who was dropping deep and trying to make something happen? For Brendan Johnson's second opportunity, who's the one that dropped deep and played that amazing curling ball out wide to Højbjerg and then Højbjerg into Johnson? Who did it? Who did it? Who's the guy that stopped Wolves' counterattack just before Højbjerg gives the ball away again for the second time, running all the way from the back? Who's the guy who ran from the top of the line all the way down to the defensive line to try to stop that cross because Emerson was getting cooked and nobody was helping up? Who did that? Our captain. Like, I'm seriously like, this Sun agenda, like people say I have an agenda. Right? I have an agenda. For the guy who's come in and been the only goal scorer in this team for the last 8 weeks, for the most part. The guy who's, him and Madison are the two people responsible for getting us to where we are right now, being only 1 point behind Arsenal and Manchester City at the top of the table. Who's responsible for that? And now, after one game where he gets no service because the only guy who's been feeding him all season is out injured, you guys want to turn tail and start shitting on him again? And you call yourself fans. And you say, well, you can't criticize Son. Well, no, you can criticize Son, but do it, have a reason for it. Don't make somebody a scapegoat who's the 50% of the reason why we are where we are. It's sad. So now, if there's anybody out there that thinks I'm wrong, I'm going to start bringing guests on the stories. I got 5 guests in the back right now. To start bringing people on. And you can tell me why you're wrong. But if you tell me that I'm wrong, or the Sun played badly today, right? In order to be bad, you must have done something bad. I want to know what it is. No free passes. Link is pinned to the top of the chat. You guys can come on and have your say. But I'm not gonna take boo-ha-ha. I feel it in my bones, Will. I feel it in my bones. Right? I got my eye test. I see it. I watched the game with my eyes. Well, if you watch the game with your eyes, you should be able to tell me what he did wrong. But big up to Philip Hewitt for becoming a YouTube member. and all that good stuff. You can hit that by hitting that join button. We're going to say real quick. I'm going to go through this real quick. I'm just going to say, big up Adrian. Big up the Ball B Counter. Big up TJ, Warren TV. TJ, if you're free, you can come on the show as well. We allow Arsenals on our channel after we lose. We allow Arsenal fans on. Shots fired. Minerals is in the chat as well. Quez. Big up Quez. Mark. Big up Mark. J Park. 안녕하세요. Cold Shot. Big up my man Terry. Big up Tom. Big up Tom. We're not shit. Sorry, Tom. I don't agree. I don't think that's being honest. We got the BX Gooners in the house. Big up BX Gooner. We always appreciate the banner. Tottenham Way. There's the link right there. It is pinned to the top. If you want to join the show, click it. Come on. We got Cruise Banter. Too High Line or Not. Big Ants 2023. Big up. Ellie's in the house. Big up Ellie. Who else we got? Ray. Exactly. If we're being honest, we're ahead of schedule. I agree with you 100%. Aqua Subs. Alejandro Perez. And it's not even that bad, bros. Literally. Right? Game week 12, and we are 1 point off the top of the table as we speak right now. But, yeah. And then who else we got? Bed Knobs and Broomsticks. Big up. Who else we got? Mr. Hatspur TV. It's not that hard. He did nothing. Okay. What? Yeah, he did lots of things. His 1/2 chance, he bottled it. You mean the one where he received a ball and his shot got blocked? Okay. The one time he received a pass and his shot got blocked, he bottled it. Couldn't take on the defenders. You got to have the ball to take on the defenders. Okay, my man. Okay. Who else we got? Stefan. Big up, Stefan. What happened? You're lucky I'm not in the group. You got kicked out of the group because you're a liar. That's what happened, Stefan. That's what happened. Aqua Subs. Big. I think I already bigged you up. Who else we got? Gogamanim. 안녕하세요. 반갑습니다. 오랜만이에요. Alejandro Perez. Gil's anonymous. During his 20 minutes. Yes, Gil was anonymous, unfortunately. Spent a lot of time on the ground. Wolves in the house. Big up Wolves. We got Elias in the house. This is Louis. Anybody else? How many? 85. That's probably too many to go through all of them. I'm going to start bringing guests in because we're already 25 minutes in the show. They've been sitting back there for a while. First one we're going to bring in is, I don't know. We'll see what music we got. We'll drop this one down. We'll roll in. I don't know, man. I don't know which music to play. Here. Let's do this one. Staying up late with us from tonight from the UK. A guy who likes to chat, likes to talk, and we're going to bring him on and see what he has to say. Big up to Adrian. First in the show. What do you know? What are your thoughts on the game today?
Well, I thought, actually, although I would rather have had Phillips play in the back four, I don't think it really made that much difference. I mean, where we were poor today was in midfield. I mean,
100%.
Soma, Basuma, you know, I mean, like, they were poor today. They were poor, you know. And, like, even though we were poor, we nearly got something out to the game that went to, like, you know, there's 6 minutes of extra time for them to score 2 goals, which was bad to concede at those times, right? But like the momentum went with them when they got that, you know. I'm not even knocking Dyer at the time. I thought Davies did okay. I thought our best players actually were Porro and Kulu. And the amount of times Kulu had to come back behind the halfway line to help the little 1-2s and 1-2s before to get the ball out and all that. And I'm thinking, like, you shouldn't have to do that. You should be doing that a little bit more further upfield. Son's a brilliant player. He was up there a lot of the times. He was trying to do what he could do. He was chasing fresh air a lot of times. He was pressing like he could and all that. Like, in the second half, I think Johnson ran out of gas a bit, got a nice goal. We know he's got tremendous potential, but we weren't at it today. And it's not a question of like Phil, like blaming individuals, because too many of our players didn't perform today. Basically, what do you think?
Yeah, so for me, I think it was like in the first 10 to 15 minutes, I thought we looked good. Actually, I was like, okay, here we go, boom, not so bad. Playing out of the back, doing our thing. And then it seemed like after the first goal, we lost a lot of intensity. And then once we lost,
the same against Chelsea, didn't we?
Yeah.
After
And once
minutes, it was a similar thing. And I don't want to think it's a mental thing. I just think like team fault. Where's the urgency then to go and get the second goal? What do you think?
Yeah. So once we lost the intensity, though, it just seemed like we kind of let them back in the game. And once they got in, we were kind of on the back foot, and our midfield didn't have an answer for it. But before we go on to continue the chat, because we will, I got to bring in a lot of these guests because it's been a while, and we got to get them all in. So there's a lot of people in the back right now. So we're going to do this pretty quick. What happened there? Who's that? I hear goats. There's the goats coming. Somebody came all the way from Germany. I don't know what's going on. Watch out. The goat's coming. Dietrichs.
What's up, guys? Can you hear me?
I can hear you barely, but we can hear you.
Wait.
Let me turn you up.
You sound quiet.
Is it better?
Yeah, better.
Better.
Can I just start by saying, like, before you guys attack me, I'm gonna call it out. I don't give a shit. I think Ange Postecoglou, for me, is the next Pochettino fraud. If you play Dyer and Ben Davies at center back, I don't think you understand what football is. Imagine playing the biggest donkey in the world at center back for 90 minutes, and you bought this summer a backup center back in Ashley Phillips, and you don't play him, but then you big him up in the media. How can you do that shit? I don't understand. And
I understand it. You're away from home, and you're going for experienced players. Now,
Adrian, I don't care.
A lot of Spurs fans, like
before we get into a debate,
I wanted Phillips to play.
Okay, hold on. Adrian, stop. Pause. Before we get into debates, we got to bring in the rest of the panel. All right, there's a bunch of guys in the back. Okay, we hold your horses, as they like to say. Next guest is Philly Ali. What's going on, Philly?
What's up, everybody?
Not much, man. Quick thoughts on the game, because I got 4 other people I got to bring in.
I'll make it quick. I'm having a little bit of PTSD, like a flashback from last year. This game was very ugly. I think we need to take it easy on Ange, even though this has been like the most painful 2 weeks. We can go from winning, keeping the streak alive, being top of the table, to having to wait 10 days. I have to watch every EPL team except Spurs play twice. And then we just implode against Chelsea. We have to play Eric Dyer against Wolves. And I swear to God, if Christian Cellini shows his ugly head, man, I'm going to therapy, man. I can't take it. I got PTSD.
I don't think it was that bad, but we'll bring in the next guest. The next guest of the night. You guys know him. I like him, but you may not, because he's a gooner. And we're going to let the music play, but I'm going to bring it down. I'm going to say something real quick, right? Gooner, United, whoever it is, anybody who wants to throw your nation of origin in your face when you go on streams and you put your face out there can go sit on a stick and fuck themselves, right? I'm talking to everybody in Hassam's chat who was calling TJ an American, waffling because he's an American, and down belittling his opinion. Saying it right now, I don't care. It's the one thing that I hate more than anything else is when people argue against people because of where they were born. I don't do it. I don't do it for British people. I don't do it for people from any other country overseas. And anybody who does it against Americans can go fuck themselves. Anyway, back to the real thing. Let's lighten the mood back up again. The man himself, TJ from TJ Warren TV.
Yo, thanks for having me on. Can you guys hear me all right?
Yes, we can hear him. I had to do that PSA, man, because it pissed me off,
No,
dude. I
no,
was
no,
getting
no.
pissed.
I saw it in the chat too.
Well-
And I can't call it out while I'm on the panel, but it's
Well,
disgusting.
for you it was worse. For you,
No, it was
a lot
way worse. It was way worse for you.
I
Well,
tend to not look
you-
at the chat so when I do shows.
Every
So.
comment was Will as an American stat. I'm bored. Kick him out.
Yeah,
on
I'm
the,
not-
I'm not
Literally
gonna
on
promote
every
the
major channel I go,
Yeah.
like the big channels. Any of those I go on. Dumb American Yank, boring. Get somebody else who has an opinion. Blah blah blah.
But
TJ
you're a
can't make an
waffler.
intelligent comment. Yeah, that's fine.
Speaking of people who's
Talk about that.
boring and don't have very good opinions,
No, please.
I'm just kidding. Sorry, so I was. What's going on, Mr. Celios? You know I'm just playing.
Yeah, long day coaching in the morning, then rushing over to Tottenham TV studios, doing the watch long, then the post-match fan show. Then I had to come home, look after my pops, and now I'm jumping on this show. It's been a long day. I have to say, man, I have got a big concern at the moment, and it's not because of our result. It's not because of what I think is going to happen next with results. There is a section of our fan base that is a massive problem, and Dietrich, you are part of that. 100%.
Bro, no.
Massive
Wait.
problem.
We can continue the debate. We can continue the debate. But what I said is fair. If you play Dyer, I'm gonna turn against you.
Okay, but my opinion on the problem is fair as well.
No, it's fair. 100%. 100%, it's fair.
So
But even my opinion is fair.
Before we get into the debates, because I think this is going to be a spicy show. I can already tell.
It's bad. It's bad what I'm seeing out there, Will. I'm telling you, it's bad. We'll get into it anyway. Good evening, everyone.
We got a crowd ton of people to bring
Good
in.
evening, still. I mean, but the fan base is not. It's not the football team. It's not Ange. As you know, as a coach, man. You know, as a coach, I was involved in amateur football back in the day. But you know, as a coach, okay, the fan base can have all these opinions. They can be subjective about players, who they like, who they don't like. I'm the same as you, who we'd like to prefer a player and all that. But that is not the problem. The fan base is not the problem. Whether they're positive or negative, or even if they leave you out or not, right? The problem is we have a lack of squad depth. We have a lack of quality in the squad depth.
This fan base is the biggest loser. No. This fan base
Okay,
are losers.
stop. Guys, I got to bring in the rest of the people. This show's going to go on till midnight. I'm killing this show at 2 o'clock. Or 2 hours, it's done. Right?
So just put them all the way straight.
I got 30 minutes. I got 30 minutes.
Yeah, let's get everybody in.
I'm exhausted. I can't believe Stella's on.
All I'm doing is I'm bringing
I'm
guys
here
in
all
one
night
at a time. I
long.
want
You know what
somebody
I'm
to
saying?
listen. I want somebody to say, it was a shit game, it was a bad game. All right, cool. Go on to the next person. Then we can argue and we can scream at each other what we want. I won't
It
interrupt.
took you 20 minutes for an intro. It's on you.
It's my show. I can do my own intro before I bring people in. I'm gonna kick your ass out in a minute. You better watch yourself. But anyway, let's bring in the next guest. Little piece of shit. Don't get all in my face. Where are we going here? This one. Let's bring in the next guest. We got Jonas Tenali's in the house. Big up, Jonas. Very quickly, your very short synopsis of the game. What were your thoughts after sitting in the back for 30 minutes?
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm going to keep it short. Terrible display. I mean, I don't know. I'm sick of seeing Eric Dyer in the squad. I'm sick of seeing him just play for us. But yeah, I'm going to let you just bring people in because I'm not trying to hold anyone up. But yeah, I'm just sick of seeing that guy here, man. I'll get into that more, but I feel like he had some responsibility in both of the goals. But yeah. But big up Will, big up Stell, big up everybody, man. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, big up, my man. Big up, big up. We're going to bring in the next one here. And let's see. If we were on Hassam's show tonight, this guy would be on the bottom row with us. But luckily, we don't have segregation here on this show. Bringing him in from the USA. Dropping points to Bournemouth. Strasburg Steve's in the house.
Oh my God, Strasburg. It's okay, dude. It'll be all right.
Oh,
Well, big up for coming on the show, man. I know how it
your-
feels.
what's-
We know how it feels.
What's up with you?
They lost 2-0.
They lost 2-0 at Bournemouth away.
Newcastle lost to Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Yes.
You didn't see that stuff?
We lost 2-0. We got
You thought,
smoked.
no, bro, you thought you had a bad day.
No, we got smoked,
You
bro.
you must be.
smoked.
I feel
No,
bad.
we got smoked. I ain't making no injury excuses. I ain't making no experience.
Bournemouth, they're bottom of the table.
Yes,
Steve.
exactly. Exactly.
Steve Trippier, for what he said to the fans, that was a disgrace.
What? No, it's not a disgrace. Fuck off. It's literally just emotions, bro.
No, it's a
Fuck
disgrace,
this
bro.
bullshit. Stop being dramatic, you drama queen. Come on, man.
Bro, you lost 2-0, bro.
Dietrich has been coming with the bullets. Like, since I came on, he started calling me a waffler.
Do you
like,
know?
Dietrich is upset.
You
He's
know,
very
on
upset.
today's watch along, right? Pedro Porro went down and screamed, and then he jumped up. So like he was faking injury, and I said, like, look at this guy screaming like a pansy. Okay, I literally got an email after the show accusing me of an anti-LGBTQ slur. Mate. Oh. Can't say that. Don't
We
speak.
put the signal up.
I was like, are you kidding?
It's not her logo, it's mine, but same difference.
What I would say as
The yin
first
to my
is
yang.
watching this game today, as
Give
we
up
all
Q.
did,
Give it up for Q.
We're doing an
as we all
intro.
did,
You have to wait, Alan, until I'm done.
right.
The
What I would
music,
say
nobody
is,
can hear
right,
you over the music anyway.
before, even you criticised Darren, right, I thought Davis didn't do too bad. I thought our best two players were Cora and Kulu. He kept
Adrian.
them two back,
Adrian.
come back to the bench too much.
Hold on. What is going on? What is going on?
I thought
Adrian, when I'm doing intros, you can't do that, man. Like I want to be cool, but I got to get the people on the show. This is what we do on this show, so you got to wait till everybody gets in, and then you can go on that, right?
Big up Q.
But
Hey, boys. It's not a party without a bat.
True. Hi,
So
Cubit.
let's go.
Let's go. We got one lot more guests to bring in. Finally, he popped in and out, having some problems with some mics and stuff like that. So hopefully we don't have any problems. Apparently, according to StreamYard, Google Chrome has issues. And but we'll see if it works. From I don't know where he is. There's rumors he's all over the world. Bring him in. Minerals. What's going on, my man?
Yeah, I'm doing good, lads, man. Big up, man. Big up, Stel, man. You're like big bro. Big up the rest of the people, man. And Stel, I have to ask you one question. You said that Spurs were gonna land it.
No. You don't ask me
No,
questions. You don't ask me questions. I don't even know
stop.
your real name. I don't know where you live. You don't ask me no questions. No. You don't come on and start mudding me when you are your behavior. That's not how it's gonna go
Yeah,
down.
he's the last person.
Not going down like that with me.
This is going to be a spicy night.
You do not mud me, my man. You are not.
Don't go personal. Don't go personal with the guy who's got the
You're not
ban
gonna mud
hammer.
me. I'm not taking banter. I'm not taking mud. Nothing. No.
Yeah.
This is a spicy night.
No. You come on. You come
No,
on
it's
because
like-
I don't
it's like-
speak
it's
to
like-
you.
it's like-
I don't speak to you, so you come on here as an opportunity to mud me. No. I shut it down straight away. I take the oxygen out of you like that. That's not
No, it's like accepting being roasted by a fake Gucci belt, bro. Fuck
Well
that.
said, Stel. Well said.
I'm not taking it.
Anyway, back to the football.
Shit
All
from
right.
both
So
of them.
now, what are we going to debate first? Somebody raise their hand. Tell me what we're going to debate first, because I can already tell this is going to be a hard to manage show.
No, I have a question for you to answer. No. Well,
Me?
Cube
Okay.
at least gave me the answer. Does
Yeah.
Luis Enrique have an anti-Kylian Mbappe agenda because he criticized Mbappe after getting a hat trick day versus Stade de Reims? Does
I
he have
didn't
an
watch the
agenda
game, and I
against
didn't.
No.
Why would you bring that up?
Stop.
on this-
No.
on this show?
You cannot. No. Wait. Why does it matter if you watch the game or not? You can look at
Because
this.
I need to know how Mbappe actually played bar the hat trick to see if there's an agenda or not.
What are you
Right? So
talking
agendas. So I'll define agenda for you. Okay.
Go on.
So agenda in the case of how we use it in football, right, is an opinion, right, without justification. A negative opinion without justification. For example, if I said your hat is ugly as shit,
Yeah, that's fine.
right?
You can think that. Yeah.
Right. That's a negative opinion. But why? But why is it ugly as shit? It's just a nice White Sox hat, right? So if you had asked me why is it shit, and I just said because man, I feel it in my bones. Your hat's shit. Would that be a good opinion? Would I have had given you a good reason as to why your hat's shit?
Means. I don't know what good opinion means.
Yeah, so there are good opinions and there are bad opinions, right? For example, a good opinion is that it's not a good idea to kill kids, right? That's a good opinion to have.
Wow.
Right? Right? A bad opinion is that it's okay to kill kids. That's a bad opinion. See the difference there?
Are there less harsh examples?
Well, I go to extremes. The analogies, the more heinous the analogy, the easier it is for people to understand, right?
Is Elias coming on the show tonight, by the way?
I don't know.
Only if he gets here in the next hour and 20 minutes.
Because I want a public apology for all the pro-Dyer comments he's put in WhatsApp over the past year. I want a public apology to everyone on this show for what we've had to endure.
Well, I don't understand why you didn't kick him out.
This Dyer love. We deserve an apology. We've had to read those messages. We've given up our time to read those messages.
Literally.
But instead of mudding each other, let's talk about a topic. Let's mud each other on a topic. It's not Mbappe. Nobody gives a crap about Mbappe.
Can I ask Sal a question about our center back choices?
Yeah, can we start the center backs?
Yeah, start the center backs. Center back pairing,
I had a question cross my mind. Instead of Dyer, would you rather have Joe Rodon, Japhet Tanganga, or Harry Kane playing center back?
At that point, what does it matter?
Who?
Well,
I missed the question.
Harry Kane's not at the club, nor is Japhet Tanganga, nor is Rodon. So none. They're not at the club.
Well, Harry Kane was. I was trying to make a joke, but with Japhet Tanganga and Rodon, we loan them out, and I just wonder if it would be somehow better to play Tanganga instead of Dyer, just because we all know what's going to happen with Dyer. We all know he has less than a year left at the club.
To answer your question, we shouldn't have sold Davinson Sanchez at the end of the transfer window without bringing in a replacement for him.
But I think that's
a mistake. That was the mistake.
But
that's not going to
hold
help. One centre back's not going to save.
Hold on for a second. Hold on. I have to do a little bit of maintenance here. I hope you're joking. You can put it in the comments below. Member or not, I will ban your ass right now. I don't care how much money you put in. The most you can put in is $20 a month. I don't care. Right? I'll put it in myself. Call people on this panel a yank again, and I'll ban your ass from the channel permanent.
There's just no need for it. There's literally no need. Because no one would be accepting, and no one should be accepting if I said,
first of all, they accept
Nigerian,
like
dumb. Oh, and by the way, can I say something?
Well, they call me a terrorist.
Can I say something real quick?
Let TJ go.
Yeah, real quick. It is Veterans Day here in the United States.
Yeah,
thank you, Will, for your service.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it, brother. Thank you so much. No, that's all I had to say. Back to Dietrich saying something dumb.
Fuck yeah.
No, just so that you guys accept the yank.
We're obsessed with the fact that, like, who we should have played at the back, at centre back alongside Dyer, and at left back, right? But to be honest, today we all know most games are won or lost in midfield, and our midfield was crap today.
Oh, stop!
Let's be fair. It was crap. And if it can't get us forward up the field, how do you expect us to win a game of football?
He cleared the ball
because we pressed early. Fine, and it was, but we got an early goal against Chelsea, and the same thing happened.
We lost against those mistakes.
Basuma, right? We're rubbish.
However,
he's good in certain situations, but he's not technically that great. Don't get me wrong, he's been brilliant for us. 31 games last season, 4 goals, 5 assists. I ain't knocking it. We can use him as a squad player, but like our midfield today was crap. It didn't get us forward. We couldn't get no incisive forward balls going forward. No one's willing to take a gamble in the final third by putting a cross in, you know, or trying to gamble with a forward ball. We lacked creativity badly.
Adrian.
And it wasn't just down to Maddison. Let's not take this down to Maddison, right? Because when we're on a game, if Bentancur is at his strongest, he makes a big difference, right? I'm not saying Sarr or Skip, you know, or Højbjerg do that, but Bentancur and that do. And our midfield today was rubbish, right? It was rubbish.
No.
And
wait.
To me,
Adrian.
probably were
Wasn't good.
Kulu. Davis didn't have a bad game. You know, I'm not going to fault Vicario, but who you look when we question today's game and people look at the back four and they want to slag the back four off because Dyer's playing. Okay, fine, I get that. I'm not a fan of Dyer, right? I'm not a fan of Dyer. But then name me, you lot in this chat channel, name me the Spurs players that played well today. Before you criticise Dyer, name me the Spurs players that played well today.
Yeah, but he's
Ben
the reason
Davis,
we lost.
Porro.
Vicario, Pedro Porro, Ben Davies.
Ben Vicario, Porro. You know what I mean? Those are the
That's
standout
three.
players.
We
So that's
lost
like
because of
three,
Dyer.
That's it.
Bro, okay,
Dyer
wait,
played
wait, wait.
well.
I don't think Dyer played well, bro. Cunha spun him, bro.
Who created the
Cunha.
first goal for Wolves? It was from Dyer making a mistake.
Dyer,
the ball.
it was. I counted 4 times he kicked
And
the ball
this-
to play.
And the
4
second goal,
Exactly.
where
getting
was he
cooked
to
early,
you?
bro.
Where was he? Trying
Second
to
goal is
defend
not his
man.
responsibility.
No,
What?
no,
So
the second goal.
who were
no,
our
I
best
want to say
players
one thing.
today,
Can I
guys?
say one thing?
Name our best
But we
players.
just
Who were
did,
our best
Adrian.
players
Just
today?
did.
We just did.
Yeah, I don't. I'm sorry.
It was
I
horrible.
think Dyer. He was terrible. I don't know. I think he was very
Brennan
bad.
Johnson was pretty good in the
I think
first
he
half.
tried to do an offside
Johnson was
trap.
good for a sec.
Johnson could only run out of gas. I thought Porro, like I say, Porro and Kulu was coming back to the penalty area, our penalty area, to help us out to get the ball.
wasn't good.
He shouldn't have to come that deep. If it was on the
Guys.
halfway line, I could understand that. But he shouldn't have to come that deep to receive a ball. Now,
Adrian.
people know about his pace, but by God, if we didn't have him in that team, I'll tell you what, we would concede a lot more goals because he contributes so much. He's an elegant player who contributes so much in other areas, in my opinion. Now, I'm not saying my opinion's the right opinion. It's just what I see, my eye test with him. I think he's a fantastic, elegant player who may find that when he did play with Juventus, he was moved into the 10 position, all that.
And he didn't do anything.
Position, but I'm saying, like, he gives you so much help and work that players that say, "Oh, get rid of him," yeah, well then, like, I think we'd be so weak on our right hand side without him. Like they
Unless
say,
we got a better.
but you know, that's my opinion. I mean, like,
I'm not scared playing against
Adrian, right? For me, this is so simple. Right? Let me read out to you a team, okay? And just tell me if this is better than the team we had on the pitch today. That's all I want to know. Just a yes or no from everyone, right? Let me tell you this team, okay? Fraser Forrester in goal, a defense of Romero, Dyer, and Longley, a midfield of Skip, Højbjerg, Porro and Ben Davies as the wing backs, and a front three of Heung-min Son, Harry Kane, and Richarlison. And the substitutes are Emerson Royale, Ivan Perisic, and Pape Sarr. That team I've just mentioned, was that better than what we had today? Or would you say it's equal?
That is a better team.
And your opinions, right? But if you're talking about now we have to talk about the system we're playing, whether it's a low block.
Adrian, I'm talking about the quality of the players.
Not, right?
Adrian, I'm just talking about quality of players. That's all.
I wouldn't say it's better. I'd say it's about even.
Yeah, that's a better team.
Okay, that team I just mentioned last season was 3-1 up and drew 3-3 in the space of 10 minutes away to Southampton, who got relegated.
Yeah.
Okay. We're expecting
saw a
a
penalty,
team.
yeah, I remember
So what we're saying now is an equal team or slightly less team that we saw today is to go away to Wolves and win, who are better than Southampton who got relegated. That is your problem. This is a player problem. They're not good enough. They're not good enough.
Still. But
That's
no
it.
one forced,
Yeah, you're right.
No,
Wolves
but no
beat
one
Man
forced you.
City.
But no one forced you to play.
Wolves
Dyer
beat
and
Man
Davis.
City, the best team in Europe. You know,
Yeah, so that's my point. So Wolves are better than the team we drew 3-3 with, and we've got an equal team now. What do we expect?
No, but
other
like,
than a loss?
no, but like, no, but my issue, why did he play those players?
You're better than us.
No, the one thing I do agree with the one guy. Why did he play Dyer? That's the only thing.
why
Why
did
are
he
you
play
not
him?
playing Phillips?
What's the alternative? What's the alternative?
Because Tanganga is out on loan.
Tanganga's not at the club.
Because Rodan is out on
the
loan.
reason we lost. Dyer wasn't the reason we lost.
Let's try to do it one at a time. Hey,
Out
try to
individuals
speak one at a
for
time.
a
I'm gonna
game
start hitting the.
when so many of our players were poor. So many of our players were poor today. It wasn't.
You have a control problem. When I hear it means don't talk. Okay. We have to do this one at a time. Otherwise, everybody in the audience at home is just listening to hear anybody. We have to
Will,
one
we
at
have
a
that show.
time.
We have that show. It's called North London is Ours. We have that show.
Yeah. This one is not that. It's almost that, but it's not that. We have to try to control ourselves a little bit, please. That's all I'm asking. Show a little bit of mutual respect when other people are talking. We don't overtalk.
Will, I'm just so everyone knows, I'm not blaming Eric Dyer. I'm blaming the collective. The players, Brian Hill, Lascelles, Ben Davies, even though he had a good game, Chicken Royale, Eric Dyer, Højbjerg. I could name 6, 7, 8 players, right? They're not good enough. They weren't good enough last season in similar situations. But because Ange is here and the system's different, they can be better. I don't buy it. I've watched this play out for 23 years under Levy, and I'm watching it play again. And we've got frauds in our fan base like Dietrich's who are now calling out the manager off of 2 losses. You are the problem.
Don't you think that also, like, it's a bit much to expect, like, Gil and Lo Celso come on and do something fantastic, having not had no minutes?
They need to play something better than they did.
You're right, Adrian. But at the same time, they've never been fantastic.
Yeah, they should.
Let me ask you this question.
True.
Dietrich's got the mic.
Had a couple of times where he looked like
Adrian.
Any contract under Marine, funny enough. So he waited. So off the loan spell, Marine.
Dietrich's has got the mic.
Okay, can I just go?
I'm gonna start putting people in the hot seat. Whoever's in the hot seat's got control of the conversation. You can respond and or ask questions.
Okay, he called me a fraud for calling out Ange. Okay, quickly. Nobody forced you to play Dyer and Ben Davies at center back partnership. It's not like you had no choice. You had the players, but you still made the decision. You decided to play Emerson Royal at left back. Well, guess what happened? So my issue with Ange, you had the whole season, you didn't give Dyer 1 minute, but now that you have no choice and you have Ashley Phillips on the bench, you decide to play him. And you see what the consequence is. Here's my point.
Okay.
You saw it against Chelsea, and you saw it today.
You're right. Blame
That's
Ange.
it.
Blame Ange. Do it. Blame Ange.
Yes.
Let's start this so we get to Ange out. Let's just get to where you want Ange out. Let's just get it. Just get him out.
No, I didn't say Ange out. I didn't say that.
Well, it is because you said he is another fake Pochettino. That's what you said at the start.
Yes.
Pochettino. Well, there you go. Let's go Ange out.
Because
now.
everyone
Ange
is
out.
pissed. No,
Ange out.
No, I didn't say the word Ange out. No, I didn't say that.
So you want to keep a fake Pochettino at the club? You want to keep a fraudulent Pochettino?
No,
at the club?
the fan base wants to keep him. Yeah, I want a winner.
You don't want
if
to
he
keep
shows
him
me
at the
that he
club,
can
but you're
win,
not Ange out.
I'll
Why
say
are you?
no. Until he wins, I don't have an issue with him right now. But if he keeps on
You've
playing Dyer,
you've already slandered him. You said to him he's another fake Pochettino.
Bro, he's not playing Eric Dyer because he wants to. Come on now. Jonas has got something to say.
Okay.
Listen, I love Ange. I am not Ange out. I agree with everything Stell said. I back the team, not the regime. I'm sick of Levy. I've been sick of it for 8 years. I've been a fan for that long. Okay. I can't take this shit anymore. But the one thing I will say, watching that game this morning at 7:30 and seeing Dyer just collapse. I'm sorry. I love Ange. I do. I'm pro Ange. I'm all that still. You know that. I say that in the comments. I back the team, not the regime. But I just feel like he cost us. He plays the ball out of bounds 4 times. And then on that last goal, I'm sorry, no one can tell me otherwise. They play a through ball. He stops. He freezes. It's like he wants the guy to come in and shoot. Everyone watched the replay. He literally froze for 2 seconds. And we've all been seeing this for so many years. The fact that Sanchez was sold over him, I don't know. He's just so bad. He caught that game. We should have won. I mean, maybe not should have, but we could have won. It was right there, and he just collapsed. That's where I'm frustrated. I back Inge, but I'm just sick of seeing that guy. I would have played Phillips because he's young. He has pace. He could play this. He could probably get after opponents a little better, but Dyer, I'm just sick of it. I can't. I'm so sick of it because he cost us. I kind of agree with Daytrix. I'm sorry if that's your name, but no, I don't think I don't think Ange is a Pochettino part 2. I think that's unfair. We need real investment in January, but I don't know. Until we get there, I'm sick of the Dyer stuff. I'm sick of it. So yeah, that's what I have to say.
Dietrich, so you can let him do like that? He didn't even know your name, dude. Like it's like whatever your name is.
No, it's fine.
I'm trolling Dietrich. All right,
is,
Adrian's turn. Go for it, Adrian.
My argument is right. This Dyer argument, I get it. He's not good enough to play for us. He's too slow, right? And I get all that. But we're going to like 90, 96 minutes and they get 2 goals, right? This is the issue with me. The issue with me is how we played before we got into the situation, before we conceded those 2 goals. We should have been up for it. Our midfield was crap, right? And I'm talking, and I love Sarr, right? And I love Basuma, who's dropped off it a little bit recently, yeah? All right, we was missing Maddison's creativity. Fair enough, right? But like we weren't really up for it. We went for it earlier on. We got a goal, and then we seemed to think like we'd sit back. We fell into the same trap against Chelsea actually, because after about 15 minutes, we got the first goal, and then we sat back. We had the second goal disallowed. We seemed to let them come on to us, right? No. To me, that is not what Ange Ball's about. This team hasn't fully absorbed Ange Ball, in my opinion. And I didn't like what I was seeing today because you could smell it. You could smell it when they drew 1-1. You thought if any team was going to win it, it was going to be them. I thought at the time, okay, right, we're in dying stages. It's going to be 1-1. All right, we'll take that. Yeah, right. And then we got beat. So everyone's pissed off. But positively, I didn't expect us to be where we are at this stage in the season, not 12 games before Ange came. So, I'm thinking, worst ways tomorrow, we're going to be top 4. So that is some sort of a, it sort of consoles me that way, although I'm disappointed what happened today. But we need to see players that are going to give it a big more. We'll have Udogie back in 15 days when we play Villa, right? So that'll be a godsend because he pushes on down the left, which we weren't going to get out of Davis, right?
But
so
we lose Basuma.
More, but Basuma will be banned, so Bentancur will come back in, won't he? And even when he comes back in, when you look at Basuma, when you look at Bentancur, 1, he's faster than Maddison and Sarr anyway, and 2, he looks to be progressive and he looks to play forward balls, get forward, try and take a player on. He's not an actual dribbler or nothing like that.
But he can't play 90 minutes, Adrian.
Right. Yeah, he can't. He's coming off an ACL.
He's a fantastic player.
He can't play 90 minutes.
Footballer, right? And he looks to make things happen.
But he hasn't yet, though. He hasn't made anything happen yet.
Yeah, he's coming off a huge injury. He won't be able to play 90 minutes.
Not going to make things happen. Sarr's got a very high ceiling. I like him. Not his best game. Look, the kid's fucking 20 for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
I mean, he's going to have good games, bad games. Van der Ven's 22. Mate, he's 22 as well. Udogie, I think, is 20. You know, there's a lot of young players there. There's a basic of a fantastic team there. You know, Porro's, I think, is 23. Kulo's 23.
But we're giving too many excuses.
You know,
Can I
Way
ask a
too many
question?
excuses.
This isn't excuses. When you've got young players,
No, it is.
they're gonna,
It is.
they
Like,
will.
excuses,
They're not.
come on, man.
They're not
You should be able to
wily.
beat
They
him.
will have a drop off in form at certain times. But today, what happened was too many players had a drop off in form. Our own
Exactly, too
midfield,
many bluffers.
which means like we were going to struggle to win that game, and yet we still nearly got out the result with a win or even a draw, but we didn't. But our midfield was crap, and if your midfield don't compete, you're screwed. Basically, you're screwed.
The midfield was definitely the problem for me. 100%.
We were fucking awful today. And I'm telling you now, the same's going to happen against Villa. We are not going to be any different again. Udogie can come in. I don't care. We don't have the players with. This is the thing, right? Maddison, Van der Ven, Vicario, Udogie, all these players were key to the good start to the season. We've lost them all bar one. And we've lost Romero on top. For me, all the problems we've had for 4 years, I'm speaking, all the problems we've had for 4 years, all the problems, it's exactly the same now. This is the same type of bullshit. We've got fans who are telling me Brian Hill's going to come good. No, he's not. He's not. Lo Celso's going to come good.
You were telling us Lo Celso's going to come good.
Yeah, you did. You did.
Hold on.
No,
Hold on. If he starts week in, week out, I think there's a player there. But it's clear to me. It's clear to me that's not going to happen. It's clear to me that's not going to happen.
You got to admit who's responsible for that second goal, though.
No, he's not.
No way. I don't think so.
No, he's not.
He should. If he doesn't kick out there, they don't get that free kick.
No.
Well, there's three phases of play after that.
Did you see Eric Dyer?
Wasn't free phases of play. It was literally the kick out. Hold on. It was the kick out. Everybody was moaning about the situation that happened there, right? Our team shut off. Wolverhampton takes the kick quickly behind the referee, goes out one pass wide, one pass in, goal.
Let's have it right, Will. Let's have it right. Wolves had more than enough chances before they scored their first goal to be 2-3 goals ahead of us. They were missing chance after chance. The fact they scored 2 in 90 minutes was a sucker punch for us. The fact they scored 2 in the 90 minutes and 96 minute was like brutal.
So I don't count what is.
Way before that, we were creating nothing. Will we were creating fuck all. They were creating chances. They were hands down better than us. Wolves were far better than us today.
100. Well, during the middle of the game, they were far better than us. But what I'm talking about is when it came down to the end of the game, and there was 30 seconds left on the clock, and Højbjerg makes that bad pass. Højbjerg's at fault too. Into Lo Celso. Lo Celso falls down and does a kick out, right? Fouls that guy. That's what lost us the game. If that doesn't happen,
it didn't lose us the game.
Yes, it did. That's how they scored the second goal.
No, because you have
defenders in the game.
No, you have defensive midfielders and you have defenders to get you out.
That's an agenda.
When that happens,
That's an agenda, right?
Like I said at the beginning,
No, that's literally a fact. It's not an agenda.
It's the collective. The whole team was shit today. Only Ben Davies comes out of that game with his head held high because he had a half decent game. Even Vicario was below standards today.
I don't know if you guys, I didn't watch the game live. So maybe that's why I'm a little bit more level than you, because I already knew the scoreline going into watch the game. So I didn't watch the game with emotion and passion. I watched it with what the hell went wrong, right? So I watched it with a more level head, right? And what I saw was that in the first half, we didn't really even play that badly, right? We didn't create a whole lot. The first 10 to 15 minutes, we had a couple of chances. There were several times when Kulusevski made runs up that right-hand side and then lost the ball in our own box without playing a ball to anybody, which is, he's done that so many times this season. I'm so frustrated with it. I know you rate him, Adrian, but for me, a player who's supposed to be creative, right? The Son was sitting in the middle of the box in a perfect position, and all Kulu had to do was square the ball, and Son could at least had an opportunity to shoot.
Fair enough.
And Kulu loses the ball right there in the box.
But why should, as the wide winger, why should he have to keep coming back to help us out.
Why
when
is
we're
Son
in
going all the
deep
way to the
shit.
defensive line to stop the
Why should he
crossman
have to
coming
keep
in?
doing it? He's very good at it. He's very good at holding the ball. And every time you notice Kulu gets the ball,
I'm not
how
asking
many
him to
players-
come back.
How many players are on him, Phil?
Adrian,
How
I
many
didn't say
players
that.
are on him?
I didn't say
At least
expect him to.
2 or
Any
more.
decent winger
He's
in
not
any
slow.
league, it's doubled up.
Adrian,
And even if you're like mid, if you're a mid winger, you get doubled up on.
but hold on. But I'm not. Hold on.
No
Hold
fear
on.
in
Hold
that.
on. Adrian made this very specific thing that was a little bit off the topic of what I was talking about.
Right.
I'm not expecting Kulusevski to drop back and play deep. If he has to play deep in that, and that's why he's not getting forward as much, that's fine. I don't have that type of expectation. My expectation, though, as a wide player, is when you're in the box, you should be crossing the box. You should be squaring the ball. That's your job as a winger.
And
It's
he
to
even got over
drive
to the
and
right.
cross.
He even got over to the right today, Will. When you look at him, when he's got what I like about him. See, I like players that can move the ball quickly, that've got vision. That
But
can
he
make
doesn't
things
move the
happen,
ball quickly.
right?
But he
Now,
doesn't have
he's
vision.
down there. He ticks all those boxes for me. I know he's Marmite Spurs fans. Half like him, half don't. They want to see his debut season end product. I get that it comes. He's still scored goals and made assists this season. He's still got 3 goals. He's still got X amount of assists from last season or whatever. He's still a quality of, I think, is an elegant player, right? Now, at Juventus, when he was there, they moved him more through to the number 10 position. And against Shakhtar Donetsk, he put a lovely ball through for Kane to score his 4th goal, I think it was. He is so talented, in my opinion.
So
Now,
let's put him in the Madison role. He can
But
be the
he's not
backup for Madison.
well,
That's
yeah,
fine.
to best utilize him. Well, that's down to Ange, isn't it? Right?
It is.
We'll see.
Yep.
We'll see. He could play a 10 to me. He could play a 10 easy.
I just don't. When Kulusevski plays,
Where's Son? Where's
game
some
for a
certain
full
things?
back.
All right, everybody pause. Everybody pause. The lady is here. And
although Son's brilliant,
Adrian, I said pause. Right?
Okay.
So it's a long time she hasn't been on the show. So we're going to bring her on the show because she is the absolute most wonderful chat Spurs panel supporter in the history of YouTube. It doesn't matter what channel you belong to. If you don't know this name, you're wrong.
It's not me.
Gogama's on the show. 안녕하십니까.
Gogama.
Gogama's here, and everybody better behave themselves.
Did you hear Stell?
Hello, Gogama, my love.
Hi,
Tell us what you thought. You're going on the big screen for a while.
Unfortunately, I couldn't see the game live, but I watched the replay. Just the Johnson goal and the second half. There was, I don't know, the flow was not there, and I feel like it was very disconnected and almost like our players didn't have that belief, they kind of didn't look as confident.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was hoping that, they would step up, and I think everybody, tried their best, but I don't know.
I agree with you.
Yeah, I think hopefully Ange can figure it out so, we can do better from now.
Yeah, and I think Jay Vader makes a good point here. He says the defense also was there. The defense also was that there was a huge gap from the front press to the back line compared to it. So they were playing a deeper line than we normally do. Basically, is what he's saying. And Romero and VDV, the midfield control with Romero and VDV closer behind them, there's better control from the midfield. Lack of confidence from the back line made the gap worse.
These players aren't good enough. Then
we shouldn't play them.
Exactly. Thank you.
No, it's not exactly, because what is the alternative?
You can play Ashley Phillips. Okay, Stell. He's
never kicked a ball at this level in his life.
He's going to have to
Hold
eventually.
on. Gogama, is there anything else you would like to say?
No, that's it.
Look at these degenerates over here. Jeez.
No,
Ashley Phillips doesn't turn Emerson Round to a good player. Ashley Phillips doesn't prevent Brennan Johnson from doing nothing, which is what he did after the 3rd minute. Ashley Phillips doesn't stop Dyer from being shit. Ashley
But
Phillips
they should say
doesn't
that-
stop. Ashley Phillips doesn't stop Højbjerg from being shit. One
Okay.
player at centre back doesn't fix this team.
Did you
Adrian's
say-
right. The midfield was dog
True,
shit.
Phil.
Okay,
It's
okay.
so true.
The midfield
Did
was
you
dog
say-
shit. So was the defense. The whole team was shit, dude. The whole team. One
Well,
centre back
I've
doesn't
next.
change this.
I've next.
No,
I've
but
next.
still,
Exactly.
here's a question.
I've
You
next.
said that Ashley Phillips never kicked the ball in the Premier League. So what? So he's gonna have
When
to
is he gonna
eventually
kick?
face that. When?
Bro, he needs to get his chance, bro. You know what I mean?
The point I'm making is you lot are making it sound that if he was to play today, would there be a different outcome?
I never said
No.
that.
No,
I said
no,
I rather
we
see
never
him.
said that.
Than
We never
no,
said that.
you're lying.
You never
You're
said that, but
lying.
they would get
So why
Yeah,
start
but-
him then? If the outcome's going to be the same, why are we going to start?
Because we don't,
But
we
at
don't, we
least he
would
did
rather
right.
see.
No,
Hold
yeah.
on, I can tell you
rather
what.
see
Let me
him make
hold
those
on. All right,
mistakes.
okay, I'm gonna put myself. It's a good thing I got a good microphone, right? I can talk over you. The reason why I would rather have seen Ashley Phillips play, and I said this before that I want Ben Davies and Ashley Phillips in that back line. I don't want Eric Dyer to play in that. It's because I would rather see Ashley Phillips struggle and grow and learn than have Eric Dyer play knowing what I'm going to get.
100%.
And I think that Jacob over on Hassam's channel earlier, he said he gave a really good point, right? Like with Ashley Phillips, he's an unknown quantity. We don't know how he's going to perform. We don't know if he's going to be good. We don't know if he's going to be bad. But with Eric Dyer, we know, right? We've burnt that box. I'm going to steal his analogy. We burnt that box, right? We've crapped on that box, and that box found its way back into our house, right? Like somehow that box just keeps coming back. We know what we're going to get with Eric Dyer. We don't know what we're going to get with Ashley Phillips. Therefore, I would rather, since I already know, right? It's shit. Or maybe shit. I'll take the maybe shit over absolutely shit every day.
Do you
Hold
trust
on,
Will,
hold
mate.
Can I?
Ashley Phillips is 6'4". He's a baller. I've seen him play about 11 games for Black Game Rovers, right? In the low division, admittedly, and all that. Like, he's fast, he's quick. He
I heard
looks
this about
decent,
Jet Spence,
but he would
Jack
have made
Clark.
no difference to the
no.
result
Exactly.
today. As
Hold
Phil
on.
said
don't know.
earlier,
You don't
right,
know.
I speak?
that's
You can't say
the
that.
reason
You
why
can't say
But
that.
you're
Cube
talk
Stern-
coaching and Stel's
Cube's
a
got
coach,
big
right?
screen.
Most games are won
Adrian.
and lost in midfield, and our
Adrian,
midfield today was crap. It was crap. And
All right,
that is
hold
why
on.
How many times are you gonna
Let
say
me
this?
talk because
Like Cube,
I've
yeah.
literally said nothing the entire panel, and I don't know if I can handle like this much
You're
chaos.
fraud.
Okay,
You're fraud.
so the thing about Ashley Phillips, I would agree to a certain extent that I would want to see an unknown entity when I have time and time again been proven that Dyer is like not good enough. That being said, I'm reminded last season people are like, we haven't seen Jed Spence. Free Jed Spence, because Conte wouldn't play him. So, we want to see him because, Emerson is crap, right? Turns out that sounds like Spence was pretty crap too. Okay. So here's the thing. Hold on. Listen, before you go and, argue with me, Will, here's my thing. Phillips, I personally, I would rather want to see an unknown quantity. That being said, I'm not going to go argue the point of we need to see Phillips over Dyer if Ange is making the decisions, because I back Ange. If he feels like Phillips is not ready and he feels like he wants to pick Dyer for that, then it's fine, because I don't know better. I don't know enough about Phillips to say that he is the pick over Dyer.
So I hear you.
Ange should I just back whatever Ange is saying in that specific, that specific pick of position.
I don't think that that's necessarily a good position to hold, right? Like if you're going to go, you don't just blindly follow somebody just because you like them. Like I trust Ange. I'm not saying, hold on. I'm not saying I don't want Ange out at all. I don't want Ange out at all. I trust Ange 1,100%. What I'm saying is if we go into this in the next 3 games, right? So this game included in the next 2, if we lose those 3 games with Eric Dyer or with Ashley Phillips, what's the difference?
But see, no, I don't disagree with you. And I'm not blindly following him. I'm saying that for this game and for a couple of games, because, Dyer hasn't been playing, right? And we haven't seen Ashley Phillips at all, right? So I'm like, look, let's just see how the cards fall in this situation. I said it. you know what? I keep saying this over and over again. For me, it's like my thing should be like, Batman, I told you fucking so. Because every single thing that is happening right now has been something that I have said like a month ago that was going to happen. And that is that our fans are completely turning against Ange, that this would happen, that we would get injuries.
Second, please.
Peace out, Terry.
Bye, Terry. I warned you once. I don't care how much money you put on there. Stell's here too. He's another channel. He just told me to ban you. So
Terry, you're being an idiot, mate. You're just
you're gone, buddy. Have a great life. I hope you do all right with your xenophobia.
Yeah, man. Terry, get in the woods.
Hold on. I'm not done yet.
Yeah, go ahead. Cube's back in the hot seat.
Because I know I'm going to talk for a while, but I'm going to talk and then I'm going to leave. That's okay. Fine. So here's the thing. Okay. So right now, Ange, this is the first big test that he's getting. And we were always going to be hit with injuries. By the way, I was getting called negative at the beginning of the season when I said we needed another center back. Okay. But because I knew this was going to happen, I was like, Van de Ven or, Romero are going to have an injury at some point, and we are going to need another center back. And we did not go and get another one. So here we are. And I said it that time, I'm just going to say it again. Obviously, everybody knows we need another center back. Everybody was hyping up Ange so much. I said, he's doing a good job so far, but the real test is coming when injuries hit and things are going to get rough. So I'm not going to turn against him like before I said I wouldn't turn against him, that he is getting his test right now. And just let him test, let him rise to the occasion. I think the reason why we lost is our players are not good enough, and we have no like depth. And we knew this. We literally knew this. And this current, no, hold on, listen. This current team is using players that Conte had to use last season that he was able to get fourth with. Okay. And people were talking so much shit about Conte because they were like, oh my God, he's playing low block. He's playing counter-attacking football. It's shit. We're playing like crap. Now you see Ange with his beautiful football, you can see what it looks like when you have players like the players that Conte had last season. They cannot play beautiful football. They cannot play it because they're not good enough. And it's because they're older. They don't have the legs for it. They can't track back fast enough. They're not enough quality on the ball. That's all there is to it. And the players that are good, they're bringing all those players down. Because when you are in a team with a bunch of drocks around you, you're going to be brought down. People are like, oh, Sonny was poor and everything. He was running around like crazy, pressing as much as possible. Was he in the game much? No, not at all. But who's there to bring him in the game? Nobody. Why? Because the entire team has a bunch of shit in there that wasn't there just a week ago.
True.
Can I say
And
something?
I think that's all. So I'm done.
Dietrich's gone.
I think was playing within himself because he knows if he got that yellow card, which he got, that he's going to be banned for the Villa game. And to be fair, Højbjerg with Sarr, it's not good enough.
Can I go quick? I agree with you. I can't blame
Højbjerg does a good job if you can bring him on in certain situations. But even though impressive stats last season, 31 games, 4 goals, 5 assists, not knocking that at all. But, does he progress you up the field? No. Has he got great technical ability? No. But is he good at what he's doing as a stopper? Yeah, he's good. He can mix it. He can be a dog of war in there. But you need more than that. If you're going to progress as a team, Spurs, we need more than Højbjerg. And don't get me wrong, I would still keep him as a squad player, but we need more than that. And
hold on, Dietrich.
Hold on. Sarr's 20 years of age, right? All right. He had a poor game today, but he's 20 for Christ's sake.
Can I just say something quick?
Right?
I love Son.
Adrian, we're trying to let Dietrich stop going.
Can I just go quickly about what you said about Son? I love Son. I can't blame him today. He didn't have the best game, but it's not his fault. But I'm just asking people, like, I'm not saying Ange out, but we can criticize what he did. Nobody forced you to play Basuma.
changed
No,
your
wait.
You've changed
You're
your
not.
stance. Yes, you have.
You Greek yogurt. Let me speak.
Yeah. Bring up where I'm from, okay? Because I'm mudding the Moroccan. That's fine. You
All
said.
right. Let's keep that for the private chat.
Pochettino. You said Ange is like another fraudulent Pochettino. Now you're saying I don't want Ange out, but yet you're calling him a fraud. How does this work?
No.
Yes,
I'm just curious. You have a camp, but you decide to play Sar at 10, Basuma and Højbjerg. Who forced you to do that? I'm just curious. It's not like someone put your gun on your head and told you put this line up.
D-Tricks. You're good at putting the finger and blaming. What's the alternative?
Lo Celso at 10. Kulu at 10.
Right, okay. Lo Celso is the same player you called a bum.
Yeah, but the Sar choice for me didn't work. Right?
Hold
on for a second. Just let me just real quick. The Sar choice didn't work. It's okay to try it once, right? If you try it twice, though, you got to ask questions. You just have to, right? Dyer, maybe that's fine. He's senior. He's a senior player. You know, if Ashley Phillips can't get in, that's fine. I would rather see Ashley Phillips personally. Dyer, I'm not gonna like cuss anybody for doing it. We're in a little bit of a crisis here. I would rather blame Levy for not buying an extra center back, but we did buy Phillips. We bought Phillips for a reason, so I hope he gets a chance to play. So I would rather see him fail than Dyer fail. That's just my personal opinion.
I agree 100%.
I agree.
But the midfield role needs to be fixed. Postecoglou has to do something to fill that Madison hole. He's got to. But I have to bring this next guest up onto the big screen, even though he turned his camera off, because he paid super chats in for it. So let's debate about with Dyer with his reason we lost. And let me find a network so I can come onto the show and do anything to defend Dyer. So Elias in the dark, he's gonna mud the Dyer haters. He's gonna try.
Let me switch on the lights. Let me switch on the lights so that people don't.
No, just talk. We'd rather not. You turn on the light.
We would rather not.
By the way, who? But okay, tell me one good reason why Dyer was the reason that we lost the game.
He caused 2 goals.
He literally was at fault for 2 goals.
So, okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. So now all those games where Romero concedes 2 goals, where we concede goals, are they the reason that we lose those games as well?
Wait, when did Romero
Are you talking about this year?
Elias.
Yes, this year.
Well, I mean, the 3 deflections were Vanderven's fault. They bounced off his foot, and the own goal was definitely Romero's fault. Yeah.
Elias, can I just ask you one question? Elias, can I just ask you one question? It's a simple question.
Yes.
The entire Tottenham Hotspur fan base, like every fan, is united that Dyer is awful. Why are you the only fan in existence that is defending it?
I don't defend him. I don't defend him per se. I'm just fair. Every time. Like, okay, the thing is that a lot of times there are other factors in the game.
Unfair on us.
Look, it's
not
I don't
fair.
defend Eric Dyer, but
okay,
my title is Elias to
Yeah,
Mud
right.
Dyer.
I was gonna say that. Yeah.
Yeah. The title that I
hold
put
on.
onto this is
No,
Mud Dyer. I don't
I'm being
defend the
fair.
guy.
I'm being fair. I'm being fair to Eric Dyer. The reason, no matter what happens in game, like let's say you can play like 3 DMs without a cam in there. You can play a DM as a cam.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. 100%. And then every time any thing happen, we lose, and everybody will say, "Oh, Eric Dyer is the problem."
Did you not see?
There could be 30 other problems in the entire game, and then say, "Oh, Eric Dyer was awful."
There weren't 30 other problems.
We're not disputing there was other problems. We know that the whole team was shit today. We get that, but we could have robbed those points. Listen, I want 3 points. I want to finish in the top
let's
4.
just say if Ashley Phillips played instead of Eric Dyer, do you think we could have won the game? If let's just say we played Dorrington,
better chance. Yeah.
No, but that's what you're missing. We don't know. We don't know. I would rather take that risk.
Elias,
sorry.
Elias, let me do a little bit of the Socratic method on Elias here. Did we lose the game today with Eric Dyer?
Yes, we did.
Okay. So does it matter then if we lost the game with Ashley Phillips? Would we have been better off playing Dyer than Phillips?
100%. We are better with Eric
Whoa. Freeze.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, you're just
We
trying to.
lost the game today with Eric Dyer.
Yes.
Would we have been better off if we had played Ashley Phillips and still lost playing Eric Dyer instead? No. So then it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter. It's apple for apple. You're just picking in one for the other. Right? Losing with Eric Dyer or losing with Ashley Phillips is the same. But all of us here have been watching Tottenham play for the last 8 years, and we don't like watching Eric Dyer play. So we would rather see a new face play and lose than see an old face that we hate play and lose.
Then say like that. Don't just say that Eric Dyer is the reason why we lost.
no,
Just say like
no,
that.
no,
Oh my god.
The reason.
Did you
Elias,
not
Eric
see?
Dyer's
Hold on.
bro. He got on today, bro. Let's have it right, bro. He ain't got the minerals. Accept it.
Oh my god, this guy's continuing with the
Look,
minerals.
the reason
He's
we
doing
Let
it
me
on
grab this
purpose.
super chat. It's a $10 super chat,
quite
and we make
simple.
money here. So let me read that real quick. So
How on earth
Jay
you want
Vader
to
says,
waste Sanchez?
hold on. Jay Vader says, I guarantee if we had Sanchez today, we probably play a lot better than we did with Eric Dyer. I never
100%.
imagined I would miss Sanchez after 12 games. LOL. Yep, I agree with you. I said we
They're
shouldn't
both
have
shit. They're both
Dyer,
shit.
bro.
But
They're
hold,
both.
One is less.
Hold on.
One is dried shit, and one is smelly, stinky,
okay, hold on,
fresh
hold on,
pile
hold
of
on,
horse
hold on.
manure. Is what it is.
No, Elias.
Go ahead, Craig.
Okay, I'll say something about this, okay? I thought that Dyer had a pretty good game for him, a pretty good game in the Chelsea game. I mean,
Yes, he did.
the Chelsea game was a mess.
Yeah, I would
okay?
agree.
And
Yeah.
I felt like he actually, for him, had a pretty good game. As soon as he came on, he made a couple of good clearances. I was surprised. He really stepped up. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll give him that credit because we should give credit when somebody deserves credit and plays well.
Yeah.
Eric Dyer alone was not the problem today on just by himself. Okay, I will give you that.
Thank you.
But
Is that all you were looking for? That's an easy.
We know that.
Hold on, I'm not done yet. But he's a part of the problem. He was a part of the problem today, and he's actually a part of the problem why our club cannot progress.
Exactly.
If we continue to play him and start him regularly, he's a part of the problem why our club cannot progress.
And Elias, there was 3 occasions in which Ben Davies bailed Eric Dyer out.
Yep.
I agree. I agree.
He could
That one I
have
agree.
conceded 3 other goals that Ben Davies saved Dyer's butt.
Davies had a decent
Davies was so
But
good.
that's how defenders are meant to complement each other.
No,
right?
no,
Okay,
they're
Elias,
not.
That's
Elias,
how.
Elias,
That's how Vinny does. That's how Romero does.
Elias,
as well for
can I ask you a
That's
question?
like saying that's
This
bro,
is
hold on.
next level clickbait shit. I'm telling you, this is next level clickbait.
Elias,
not
that's
even
like
my
being in a
channel. What
relationship.
the-
No, Elias, that's like being in a relationship where both the man and the woman, man and man, whatever, both of them are expected to contribute towards the relationship, and that's like one of them doing all the work, paying all the bills, doing all this stuff. And the other one treats them like shit, and you're saying, well, we compliment each other well, nice, huh? No,
That's what happens.
Eric
That's what
Dyer
happens
is
in
the
a lot of
shitty
relations.
partner.
Elias, did you
Yeah,
not
bro,
see?
That is your weakest link, bro. You have
He's
to
an
realize.
awful
I watched the game. By the way, I watched the game as well. I'm not just
Okay,
looking at the
clearly
stats
you
as well.
don't
Even if you want to
understand
look at the
defending.
stats, Eric Dyer had good stats. By the way,
I don't
He's
care
one
about the
of the
stats.
great-
No,
He
I
has
don't care.
100% ground duels won.
You're still wrong.
He won 2 aerial duels out of 4.
Against a shit Wolves team,
2
bro.
goals are
Come
not
on.
just his fault.
But no, but they.
No
they
one's
were.
saying that.
I feel like
I honestly, yeah, dude. He at the end of the game, he was getting pressed.
Why are Wolves shit?
I feel like I'm being abused. I honestly feel like I'm being
Wait.
abused.
Somebody just said
Yeah,
against the shit
Wolves
Wolves
tell
team.
you.
Why are
I
Wolves
tell you.
shit right now? They haven't been shit this
Because
season at all.
They beat Man City. Wolves beat Man
This is
City.
abuse. This is abuse.
It's because they don't score enough goals. And their
What
league
kind of
They've
position.
scored the same amount of
our
goals as
intelligence is
Chelsea.
being abused by Elias.
And
I never
Brentford.
Their
said.
midfield is supposed to be the link
only team-
between
the only team
defense
that
and the
scored-
attack. Where was the link between the midfield and the attack? It was so disjointed. Where was the link between the midfield players and, say, Johnson, Son, or Kulusevski? Kulusevski spent more time defending as usual. Like, where was
But
the link?
nobody
And
forced him
midfield
to
was
defend.
crap, and that's why we lost. Well, actually, we didn't lose the game because we lost it because it was late in the game, and it wasn't because of Dyer or because of their defence and all that. It was just because that happens in football sometimes. It was freaky. They got a great winning goal, one touch, and then bang, right? So that shit happens. So we're all disappointed. We're sitting back, we're wounded. Fair enough, I get that, right? But if Wolves had been that superb a team, or they looked more threatening than us, you know, they would have got something earlier in the game, which they didn't get. So they weren't that great. But we weren't great either. As a collective, we were poor. And it wasn't because, right, we didn't have Romero, Van der Ven at the back. That wasn't the reason. That was it. We just, our midfield was crap. And games are won.
The last goal, the winning goal they scored. How can you not say the defense was not at fault? I'm sorry. How do you say that?
They go run through.
They got this. Eric Dyer froze for 3 seconds. He just stood there, and the guy came right.
Look how he played on side.
Oh, no. I don't know. You didn't watch it then.
I don't know.
You didn't. He literally froze.
Wait,
this game should have been won before it got to that stage.
Don't waste your breath with Elias. He's doing it on purpose. Don't waste your time. I swear to God, he's taking the piss. He is.
No, I'm not.
No, you are.
It's getting crazy.
He's not. Hey, hold on. Okay. I don't need to defend Elias here, but don't tell people they're taking the piss when they're literally being serious, right? Like Elias is being serious. He really rates Eric Dyer.
I don't think he is.
He is being serious, right?
Sometimes
I don't think he has good arguments to support Eric Dyer, but he definitely believes that in his heart.
Well, last season, wait, I can just prove it because he's lying. Last year he was calling out Dyer, saying he's not good enough, but now out of nowhere this year he's
I think last year
out of nowhere.
Hold on. Let me tell you, it's not out of nowhere because in fact there was some controversy with Elias last season where he actually got removed from a couple of groups because of his Eric Dyer love. And I think that the projection of the negative aspect of the seasons, I think he just came to realize because how bad we were playing in the last 10 games. But I think that the rebirth, a lot of people's views and opinions have been reborn this season because we're doing well. And I think Elias really hoped deep down inside, in his bosom, that under Ange Postecoglou, maybe you could see a rebirth of Eric Dyer. Sorry to shatter your hopes and dreams there, Elias, but it ain't fucking happening.
Yeah, but like play Dyer with VDV or play Dyer with Romero. I think here you would see a rebirth. You don't play Eric Dyer with Emerson Royale.
Can I say something? What happened last year? Cuti Romero played with Eric Dyer. What happened?
It was fine, guys. Seriously, if you watch those games where Romero and Dyer played, and then you had Ben Davis there, those games in the back three, they were fine.
We conceded 60 goals. I'm sorry.
No, guys, go and look back at the stats.
I just want to point out.
Will also knows this. When we had the back three of Dyer, Romero, and Davis, it wasn't as bad as like when you're playing Sanchez, Dyer, or Langley, or Dyer.
We conceded one of the most.
So hold on, Steve. I want to give you. I want to just say that I just want to give you this example right now as you're experiencing right now what Will was talking about earlier about how there are good opinions and bad opinions. So I just wanted to call it out as it was happening in front of you because you were kind of like, I don't get what you're talking about. They're good opinions or bad opinions, just opinions. So this is an example of a bad opinion versus a good opinion happening right now in front of you.
I don't think it's a bad opinion though, objectively. I just think
it's a bad opinion.
Nonsense. But like an opinion isn't objectively correct because then you would just call it a fact. Right.
Yeah. So opinions are subjective, but there are you can still weigh, like even something being better or less than, right?
Sure.
It's subjective in and of
itself. Yeah, that's what we're saying. There's good opinions and bad opinions. Good opinions are opinions that have evidence, good evidence, sound evidence that support them, and bad opinions are opinions that do not have good evidence
but sometimes
or
you don't
support
need
for them.
With all
I
or
can give you
sound reasoning
evidence.
or
Yeah,
like
with
So,
all-
for
reasonability.
example, hold on. For example, just on this, so the scientific word for an opinion is a hypothesis, right? So, if you either have hypotheses that you can test, or you have hypotheses that you can't. Which one's a better hypothesis? One that you can try, test, do all those things. Opinions that are built on. So, for example, if I have 5 facts, and I make and I have an opinion or a hypothesis about a thing that requires 7 facts, right? Or I make that same opinion with only 1 fact, which is better, the 5 one or the 1 one? When the opinion to be a fact needs 7 things, right? Obviously, the opinion based on 5 aspects is going to be better than the opinion based on 1 aspect, right?
But what if that one piece of evidence is very, very, very strong, and
But it needs 7 in order for it to be a fact. So it's a weaker argument, regardless if that one piece, right?
That's fair.
By
That's
the way,
fair.
Will,
I don't think Elias.
But anyway, sorry, I just wanted to point that out since you were saying
I just think
about
it's yeah, because I was wondering, right.
Yeah.
I just think
By
it's
the way,
what I do, Mark.
is too
Love it or leave it, my man.
by the way, Mark, big up to
Can I
you.
ask the panel a question?
Go
The
for it,
last
Jonas. Ask away.
I don't know, because maybe I'm watching on a different TV. Maybe I was watching a different
I
game.
watched mine on a Samsung.
Okay, I don't know what I was
Mine
watching,
also
but
Samsung.
maybe the
That's why
Stell
Sun
or
always looks
anybody-
so good.
Maybe the Stell or anybody. That last goal. I mean, what do you guys make of it? Was the defense Eric Dyer? I don't know. I thought he just froze.
No, it was Emerson Royale for me.
Yes,
it
I
Emerson
agree.
Royale?
Emerson Royale is dog shit. I have Legenda.
Yeah, Royale's terrible.
Royale is a
but
long way
why-
from Starbucks.
But why Dyer was he on the right back position, not as center back? Why was he playing like a right back?
He was covering both the wings quite a bit as well.
Yeah, but at that situation, it's not a
last
good
couple-
idea to.
It was a combination of 5 players at full. I'm saying the team. It's a team effort. It's shocking. The pass from Højbjerg to Lo Celso was a fucking dog shit pass. Lo Celso, when he did get the ball, made a mess of it. Then it goes out wide. Emerson got rinsed the
I
whole
hope your
game.
day gets better, Ren.
And when it comes in, the centre backs are asleep. So you could blame 5 players for that goal. Even Vicario. I think Vicario should be saving that. The level he's shown me this season, I'm not going to blame Vicario, but I think he could have saved it.
Why?
I don't think so, still, bro.
This
It was a
whole
good shot,
team,
bro.
Listen, I don't know who it was earlier on. Someone, I think it was Cubed. She said, if you start bringing in the shit players, they drag the levels down of the good players.
Yep.
And this is exactly what happened under Poch, under Conte, Nuno, Jose. We're now seeing it with these players. As soon as you take the good ones, the Van de Vens, the Vermeeros, the Madisons, the Udogis out, the good players, they can't play with these players because they're not on the same technical level.
Yeah, they just reduced to their
Listen,
level.
did you see for the first goal how quickly they took the throw in?
Yeah.
Right, they caught us cold. Did you see how slow our throw-ins were? Everyone got dragged down. And I'm telling you, Villa are going to pump us. Man City, God help us. There's no Kane to save us. There's no Romero to pull out last-ditch tackles. God help us at the Etihad.
Sun scores more against City than Kane did. So just saying.
But still,
Stelios, I have a question.
We can't
Dyer
get the
has
ball
scored
to
against
Son.
City as well.
Golem has a question for Stelios.
We can't get the ball to Son at the moment.
By the way, I got a question for Guguma later after he speaks. Yeah.
Go for it, Guguma. Go for it.
As a coach, what do you think we can do to minimize, or what can Ange do to minimize the damage?
Find any way possible to get the games abandoned.
No, but still,
we're not Arsenals. We're not runners.
Still, as
Get the
a
games- fake COVID tests. Just start faking COVID tests.
Stell, wouldn't you? Stell, I'm confused though. Why don't you want to see Phillips over Dyer?
STD
Right,
test.
my answer, okay, Guguba, right? My honest answer is this.
Yes, I'm curious.
There's nothing you can do whatsoever to sort this out with these players unless you completely change the system. If you change the system, you are doing a 180 on why you brought Ange in, right? Ange has got to work with whatever he's got and stick to his philosophy, and the fans have to stand by him. And you've got to ride the next 8, 9, 10 games. It's going to be awful, but you've got to ride it. You will come out on the other end if you stick by him, and people like Dietrich don't start calling him out. If the fan base sticks by the manager and lets him ride this out, because despite how bad it was today, there was moments of the way we played out from the back with these crap players. It was good. There was a chance where Brennan Johnson, edge of the box, the ball came to him. He took a first-time shot and it went wide. If that went in, that would have been a sensational team goal. Go back and look how that started. So that says to me that they can do it, but because they're average, they're very inconsistent at doing it. So Ange just needs to keep drumming it in.
Someone has a
repetition of the practice. And the collective, in the long term, we will get there. And Ange will get rid of the Dyers and the Davies. So my answer is, Gaguma, you can't fix the short-term problems, but by sticking by him, the long term will be very good. That's the logical way for me forward.
Can I ask you a question?
But hold on, everybody agrees for a second, because I want to disagree with. Hold on, I want to disagree with Stell for a second. I don't think you have to change the system. I think there are things that you can do. Right. For example, now that we have a Doji coming back next week against Aston Villa, even with Basuma being out, if you have Bentancur play in the Basuma role, if Sarr play on the right, Kulu play in the Madison role, Poro play as the right winger, and Emerson play as the right back, you can fix some of it, and even put Ashley Phillips in there. You can, because what we're lacking right now was that link between Basuma and the wingers and Son, and that's Madison, and we didn't have that today. Pat Madison couldn't fill those boots. Right, I think Kulusevski can do better. We saw it against Sheffield United. Right, he had a decent amount of performance there when Madison came off. There's some little tweaks that you can do that improve the levels a little bit.
Okay, but a little bit is not going to be enough.
A little bit would have won us the game today.
Yep.
Dude, if Wolves improved a little bit, they would have scored 5. So it works both ways.
Yeah, but but I'm not talking about ifs in the game, right? I'm talking about if our quality comes up.
If we improve, though, so it's got to be if for them as well.
They didn't. Their team is their team. I don't care about if they improve their squad or they make better selections next week and then they do whatever. I'm talking about our squad, the whole game playing. I'm not talking about individual scenarios in the game that if that went in, we win. Obviously, right? If Son has a little bit more space, if that ball's played in a little earlier to him and he doesn't have to cut back on his right hand foot and he scores that goal, we win. I get that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if they're in the system, if you tweak things, the overall level of the performance goes up. Look, we've been facing these what ifs. If this guy would have scored, if that guy would have scored all season, but they haven't, right? Because Vicario is good enough. He was it today again, where he was able to keep those half chances out of the back of the net, right? All we need to do is score more. If we had scored more, we could have won that game. And the only way that we're going to score more is if we improve that link between our midfield and our front line. And Pat Madison in that role just can't cut it. He needs to go back and play 8, not 10.
Yeah, but the whole point of signing Madison is because we didn't have that number 10, and that was the replacement for Eriksson. Now he's injured. We haven't got that. It doesn't exist.
Right, but what I'm saying is Kulusevski, we have some evidence, not a lot, but some evidence that Kulusevski can still create in that role that Madison plays, because he did it at Sheffield United, right? And it was only for 20 minutes, and it was only 2 goals. But you got to remember, we were losing 1-0, and it was Kulusevski who linked the play in between those guys, right?
Minerals, can you mute?
Well, I agree with you. Little tweaks could improve us a bit. I agree. But how we fix this problem of being this freaking bad, there is no short-term fix to that. We are still.
I agree. We're going to be bad, but I would rather be a little bad than very bad.
Yeah, that's why I just want Phillips to play. Because I don't know, Stout.
Phillips or no Phillips, it doesn't. The main reason why we didn't score more goals today was that we didn't have a connection between our front line and our midfield.
Jonas, I'm not against Philip Stein. I don't have a problem with it, right? I don't. But for me, there's things that are fundamental. We specifically signed Madison because he is that creativeness that we lack from any other player in this team, that level. There's a reason that we signed Van der Ven, because not only did we need a really good left-sided centre-back, but Romero's game shot up levels. We fought on this channel saying Romero is a good player. Put a good centre back next to him. Now he's gone. No matter who we put next to Romero, he's not going to be at the level that he was, that partnership he had. So he's still going to be underperforming for me. Then you look at the midfield. Now that Bissouma's suspended, I think there's no one that comes off the bench in the next game that can help us turn it around. Skip, no way. So I just feel the only way through this is Ange has got to keep doing what he's doing, and fans have just got to back it. And once eventually we will get rid of the Sessignon, the Dyers, the Dave, they will be gone. So hopefully the players that come in are like the players we bought in the summer, and then you're going to see a team that can handle this shit. But right now, we're going through what Arteta went through. Eighth. We're going through that phase.
Oh, we're not finishing 8th.
No, but you know what I mean, Will? We're going through that shit phase of where we just got to ride it.
Can I say something about?
Guys, there's a big echo. I don't know it's from who.
It's
but there's a
minerals.
big
It's
echo.
minerals.
No, he's got himself muted. I think it's Goguma if she's on her phone and she uses
Will,
an Android phone. Or
Will,
something.
he took it off. You, then he put it back on.
by the way.
Stell, what do you think the center back partnership will be next game?
Davies and Dyer, 100%. He'll do it again.
Oh man,
Ange
100%.
out. Ange out. If it happens, Ange out.
No,
There you go.
Hold on.
100%. He's going to go with the same team you saw today. The only exception will be Bentancur or Lo Celso will start because Bassoum is injured. And I've got a funny feeling Brennan Johnson took a knock. He might not start the next game, which means you're probably going to see Brian Hill. Hopefully, Brennan's all right. Hopefully, but the defense, Jonas, mark my words, write it down. That defense is not going to change because do you know what? This was the easiest game of the 3 coming up. Wolves, Villa. I thought this was the easiest one of the 3. If he's not going to do Operation Youth now,
that's
not doing it in the harder games.
That's a good point.
And the reason he hasn't done it is because he's looked at it, and he must feel as the manager of Tottenham, Phillips isn't quite ready yet, but he's brought him back because if one of the centre backs gets injured, then he's got to put him in.
Yeah,
right.
Agree.
That's what I think happened.
Forget about
now you're talking sense.
Would you have played Phillips or no?
Sorry.
Forget about what Ange would have done. Whatever you personally, would you have played Phillips today out of the easier games?
Yes. For real, for the reason that Will said, yes, I would have.
Yeah,
because
all right.
you might
That's
well.
all I want to know. Yeah.
But I get what he's doing. I get what he's doing, and having watched us play today, if Phillips did start, I don't think the outcome would have been different. I'm just saying that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the thing. But still, let me give you another thing. Like, regardless of that and this, that, and the other, you should be in Wolves, bro. You're better than them on paper.
You haven't listened to anything I've said, bro. You listened to nothing I've said. I can't repeat myself. I'm too tired. Man. I can't.
So can I say so outside of
Let's get Cube one more time, and we've got. I'm telling you right now, folks, whether you like it or not, I am ending this show at top of the hour.
Next time,
and then we're gonna do
these shows. I'm telling you, I'll do it really quickly. These shows are going way too long, and it impacts people's interest in watching them. And the content sometimes is really good, sometimes really bad. So let's try to cram the good content into 2 hours and call it a day.
30-minute intro. Next time, make it 5 minutes. 10 minutes.
I'm gonna do an hour intro next time, and only give you an hour to waffle next weekend. Go ahead, Cube.
Okay, Will Tater. I mean, tactics aside, I think I kind of agree with Stel. He just has to, Ange has to grit and bear the next few games. I mean, it's not going to be pretty, and there's not a whole lot that he can do. Maybe he can make little tweaks here and there, but there's not a whole lot that he can do. Mm-hmm. But what I do think that he can do that might actually help is that I think that he needs to make sure that he protects his team's morale. Because we're not going to make players like Dyer, Davies, whatever, Emerson, we're not going to make them good enough players. But looking at that Chelsea game, when we went down to 9 men, if he can protect the morale of the players to have fight in them, we might be able to scrape by some of the games with a point. You know what I mean? So I think that will be pretty key. But overall, like, we'll just see how he handles the next few days. I'm not saying that you can't criticize Ange at all. I criticized Ange when he made 9 changes in the cup game because he had options, you know? So that was on him, in my opinion, because he had options and he didn't have to play those guys. But he's playing these players that are not good enough, and that's not his fault. We don't have any other options.
He does
And
have
so
some
I'm not
options.
going to pile on to individual players that we know are not good enough, because there's no point. Because
some
the real problem here is the fact that we have a bunch of players that are not good enough to start, and we have no depth, and the players that are good that we need to back, we're piling on to them. We're talking about how, Sonny is shit, Decky is shit, you know, Basuma was crap, Romero was what's his problem? He's a hothead. No, those guys are the guys that we need. We need their morale to be good. So we need to not pile onto them, and we need to make sure that everybody knows that we back and that he needs to get players in January.
QB, do you think also he has a strong character, I feel like, to withstand criticism? So I think he would be able to do that. What do you think?
Agree.
Ange won't even get backed in January. I'm telling you right now. It's going to be a whole shit show. It's the same shit every year. He won't get backed. And it's so sad to say. It's actually crazy, but I don't know. He's not going to get backed.
I agree. There's already narratives going around saying that there's no money left for January. And
Yeah,
all that.
apparently the Kane money was spent, which I thought the money. I don't
that.
even know. I don't know.
I told you, Will. I told you. Do you remember in the summer when I said they spent the K money? You told me, "Oh, they're gonna find a way." But
Yeah, they definitely spent the Kane money. Yeah, they spent all the money, then they sold Kane.
No,
Yeah,
they spent it on Kulusevski, right? Like, seriously, let's
Or maybe
let's
Johnson.
not be goofy, right? So.
Nah, we know Levy. We know Levy. He's not going to do it.
I'm sure. He'll try to say that they spent it, but they didn't, right? Any fan that buys that.
Can I just say one thing here, right? Will Stewart last season said the reason Conte doesn't play the academy kids is because the academy players aren't good enough, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ange has come into the club and he's doing the same thing. Now, at some point, we've got to start saying the managers are fucking right, because Van de Ven is young, Udogie is young, and he had no problem starting them for every game. So clearly, the manager has sensed that they're good enough, but these Phillips and Donnellys and Donningtons and whoever else they are, right now, they're not. The manager would have started them if they were good enough. Like, I just feel like fans think they know better than elite level, high qualified managers.
But they have 0 minutes.
Well, yeah, 100%.
I'm not asking for Dorrington to start, because I agree with you. I don't ever flip flop on my idea.
Will, the point I'm making, Will, the point I'm making.
Phillips.
You're right, Will. You're right. But did he buy him to develop him for future? Because he had no problem. Listen, let's have it right, people.
Stop.
He had no problem starting very young centre backs and wing backs. He had no problem doing that. So I'm actually thinking what Will said last year, and just maybe what Will said was true, that the managers at Spurs,
of course, it was true.
They look at these young players, these 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds. Ashley Phillips is 18, and they feel like they're not quite ready. Maybe that's a. Do you know what? That has to be the case. It has to be.
No.
Why not? Why not? Where's the argument? Let's hear it.
Well, everyone said Ange is here for a project. He signed a 4-year contract. He has 4 years to create his own team. And everyone agreed that this year, like, it's a hit season. So whatever happens, we're gonna back the manager. So why not you? No, we're good. Probably. If they gave him a 4-year contract, probably.
Oh
and give
my
him
lord!
like
Okay.
so much money to buy young players.
Do you seriously think that the first year of the manager they will back him straight away?
No. I'm not saying like it's gonna last long. I'm just saying like they gave him a 4-year contract, so they believe in his project. But at least at the bare minimum, give the youngsters a chance over the players that have 6 years left on their contracts.
Yeah, but
at least you can see.
But what if that's going to come down the line? What if when Phillips turns 19 or 20, he does it? Because Arsenal, just
But
to
then
remind
Benjamin
you,
and Romero have like a lot of time on their contracts.
because just to remind everyone watching the show, Arsenal bought Saliba. He wasn't quite ready. He went out on loan for a year or two, came back. Now look. So maybe we kind of got to go through that with Phillips a bit as well.
Yeah,
I
but
think we are
like,
doing
what
that
is?
with Rodon.
Yeah, but if you give
Oh,
him like
stop.
1 or 2,
Oh my
if you-
God. Did you just say that?
Yes, I did say
Did you
that.
just say that we're loaning Joe Rodon out so that he can come back and be our Saliba?
he's
That would
25
be
years old.
People saying why buy Phillips? Well, why did Arsenal buy Saliba and not playing for 2 seasons? Because
Yeah,
he
but
wasn't ready.
No,
Saliba
that's a
wasn't
fair
ready.
point. That's a fair. I think people are just frustrated with Dyer. People just hate Dyer so much. They're so frustrated. He's been making mistakes for years, and people just look at that. And then the moment we're doing well, they just people find ways to shit on him, and that's kind of where I get upset too because I hate Dyer. But no, you have a fair point. That's a solid point.
No, but
Jonas, do you know one thing I've learned over the years? No matter what level manager or what level coach you are going to play your best players for the way you want to play a match. You are. Once in a while, you might fuck it up. Like someone earlier said, the Carabao Cup, right?
Yeah.
It happens. But there's no way Ange is going to go into a game and say, right, how can I play the shittest players I've got and win? You're not going to do that.
No, you're right. Yeah.
No, but how
Just
do you know
Dyer,
that
just people
Phillips?
are. I don't know.
No,
Hopefully,
but
he's
how do you
gone
know?
soon.
Okay, sorry,
Folks,
go ahead.
that's it for today. We'll wrap this up
There's
on the
3
next
minutes
one.
left.
Bill, I asked for 3 minutes. Just 3 minutes from 2 hours are still left. I just need 2.
Yeah, but we're doing outros, and by the time outros are done, the time will be up, right? So basically, we have got content coming for you guys this week on the channel here. We have different shows. I don't know what they are yet, but there will be some. And we've got 2 weeks. Postcago's got 2 weeks to figure it out. So right now, early 2-week predictions. We're gonna go across the board. Just a scoreline. I don't want to hear rabble, Elias, or anybody else. Right? We just want the score. What is your prediction for Aston Villa? I know it's 2 weeks away. Cubed, go.
2-0 to Villa.
2-0 Villa. Adrian, you're muted, my friend.
Muted.
Go ahead. Yeah, you're unmuted now.
Right, you muted me. You must have muted me, right?
Yeah, the echo.
3-1 Spurs. 3-1 Spurs. We're at home. We'll be refreshed.
3-1 Spurs. Good. Gogama.
2-1 Spurs.
2-1 Spurs. Stelios.
Dogi's back, but Bissum's missing.
Can you stop thinking and just give a scoreline?
He can think.
Yeah, but I like to use my brain, not my ass, like you.
We're at home with that fantastic home crowd. Fellas, come on.
3-1 Villa.
3-1 Villa. Elias.
3-1 Spurs. Eric Dyer to score a header.
Oh, stop.
Jonas.
All right. I'm gonna say 2-1 Villa.
2-1 Villa. Minerals.
My God, you negative sods.
Boy.
Their away
5-0
record's not
Spurs.
good, but I don't know.
Villa are hot and cold. They're no world beaters.
All right. Hold on. Minerals.
5-0. I said 5-0 Spurs.
5-0 Spurs. All right. Big up the Minerals. DJX.
If Dyer plays, 5-1 Villa.
Oh my
5-1
Lord.
Villa. I'm gonna say 1-0 Tottenham. 1-0 Tottenham.
You don't believe that?
Eric Dyer header,
I
right?
do believe it.
Clean sheet.
Yeah.
Yay.
Clean sheet.
They did lose
1-0
Nottingham
Tottenham.
Forest 2-0.
Yeah. 1-0 Tottenham is what I'm going for right now. But folks, that is it. Thank you very much for watching, hitting that like button, and subscribe, all of that BS. We'll be back. I don't know. I mean, we may do a show tomorrow if the boys feel like it. Do we got something going on? Am I supposed to be somewhere tomorrow still?
Talking me.
Yeah, I can't remember right now. Like, is there like some group show or no? I don't know.
Stel, can I do a debate?
I'll be
show with
somewhere. I'll be somewhere
Good job,
probably.
bro, anyway. Good job, mate.
But
Is Stelly your handler?
no, but he
Is Stell your
schedules some
scheduler?
shows. I schedule
Yeah,
shows.
what kind
Stel
of,
schedules
what kind
shows.
of, what kind of, I'm not your PA.
Come on, bro. You schedule shows. I schedule shows. Sometimes you schedule shows I don't know about until like 2
Yeah, but
days later. So
I don't know what you've booked in for.
All right, you guys, we're seeing a sneak peek into the.
Are we doing something on Savage Channel
Stell
tomorrow?
and
I didn't know
Bill
if there
right
was something on Savage Channel tomorrow or something like that. I don't really talk to that side.
You should always have Stell on anyway. He talks
like an
sense.
old married couple arguing here.
Stell, have I got anything on tomorrow? What the fuck?
Have you seen my keys?
Oh, dear.
Stell, have you seen my keys? You see my wallet, my keys? No questions. We're doing the outro. Everybody stay strong, stay Spurs. We'll see you guys next time. We're out of here. Peace.